Hi, I'm Sarah and welcome to the Elemental Indigo YouTube channel. For those of you who've been here before, then this video is gonna be the new introduction to my channel, and it's just going to give you a bit of an update about what's going on and what changes are afoot. If you've not been here before, then hello, welcome. Usually we have a weekly oracle card reading sort of every Monday UK, so Monday morning UK time. I'll post up either an angel reading using decks by Doreen Virtue or other oracle cards, which I'm going to get into a bit more. Sometimes I put crystals on there too. But what I generally do at the moment is, as well as the weekly readings, is I also I'm a Reiki master and crystal therapist. So I do treatments in that, and I'm going to take Reiki courses shortly, teach Reiki. And that's sort of been the basis of what I've been doing the past 6 months or so. Before that, I ran a eco-friendly domestic cleaning business, so that was pretty different. And I've done quite a lot of different things in the past. But at the moment, things are kind of starting to shift here. So rather than just doing pure healing treatments, I sort of been nudged by spirit more to kind of go on a kind of more deeper path, and as well as doing healing, also start doing a bit more in the terms of teaching and mentoring people who maybe are going through or have gone through similar things to myself, so where I can be of help to people. So, well, can I be of help to people? To be of help to people, you need to kind of know who I am and a bit more about me, obviously. Other than just the colour of my hair, which incidentally, actually, you may have noticed from my profile picture, it's really faded now, look, it's really faded. But that's because I'm trying to get it to fade, because I'm going back to brown this week. See my roots there, that's my natural hair colour, so it's kind of really dark brown. I will be going really dark brown again, which I haven't been for a while, but I think I've probably had my fill of red hair now. Although I love it, it's very, very, very difficult to look after. But as well as my hair colour, you know, there's other things you need to know about me. And what I'm decided now to do for the first time is kind of tell a bit more of my story, if it were, more of sort of how I got to where I am today. I wouldn't say I've had a very difficult life, but I've had quite an interesting one so far. So I think there's kind of a few stories and lessons that I've picked up along the way during my life that I can share with you guys now. So I've chosen to start sharing that story, but just through my mailing list, which is my kind of online community. There is a Facebook community page where we're starting to gather, but at the moment, just because I'm starting to share my story, I'll be doing it just through the mailing list. So if you want to join the mailing list, there is a link up at the top here somewhere. It says Kick-Ass Workbook for Inner Calm. If you click on that, it will take you to the subscribe form, and then you can subscribe to the mailing list, and you get a free workbook, which I don't have a page around me at the moment, but you get a free 16-page workbook, which is a Kick-Ass Workbook for Inner Calm, which has great exercises in it to help you get back to that kind of Zen state. You know, if everything's going on around you, you can get back to that Zen state. You can do a yearly oracle, 12-month oracle card reading is in there. You can do a nice relaxing crystal chakra layout, teaches you how to do that, and it also teaches you a little simple meditation techniques, and there's space to write down what happened to you as well. So if you've got any kind of major insights through these, then you can write that down. So yeah, if you get that, then that will subscribe you, and I will start sharing my story. So basically, I feel called at the moment to kind of help other women basically boost their self-esteem and their self-worth. Usually as women, a lot of us do struggle with feeling good enough, and that crappy inner voice where it's just puts you down. You know, it's your own worst critic. And I kind of got to the point where I was like, I've had enough of this. I've struggled with things like anxiety and depression for years. So if you struggle with that as well, I know totally where I'm coming from with that. I just got to the point where I couldn't cope with it anymore, which is why I kind of found myself then starting this kind of spiritual path, which back in about 5 years ago I never would have thought that I would be on, but here I am talking about crystals and angels and Reiki. If you are interested then in kind of, you know, stepping into your own power and really owning it, or maybe at the moment if you're struggling with your kind of direction, you're not really sure where you're going, you may feel like as well, if you've got intuitive gifts but you're not really sure how to use them, then maybe I can help you when I share my story and start to change direction. So I'm doing this because I feel kind of shared now, very strongly nudged to share basically life lessons I've learned along the way, stuff that's shaped me, changed maybe my mindset, my way of thinking about things. I've learned tools, tips and techniques to help me, especially when I'm, you know, going through kind of what some people would term dark nights of the souls or crises in life. Just being able to have a kind of tool bag or medicine bag on hand, of things that you know work for you, not necessarily anybody else, but for you. Having that is pretty invaluable and can really get you through some tough stuff. So I'm trying to do that. But you may have guessed by now, I'm not really like airy fairy, you know. I'm not going to be sort of jumping around with an incense stick. Nothing wrong with doing that, but that's just not how I roll, really. I'm kind of more grounded, not grounded, down to earth, maybe northern Cumbrian. So, you know, we don't muck about it. So that's a bit about me, if you didn't know that before, and what I'm aiming to do and who I'm aiming to help. If you've got any kind of questions or topics you want me to blather on about, whether through a vlog or through my blog at Elemental Indigo, I do a lot of written ones as well, then you can ask me. If you want to ask a question or anything like that, you're probably best doing it either on the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Elemental Indigo, or emailing me, Sarah at elementalindigo.com, because I don't always go on actual YouTube and I don't always see comments and things, because of course there's so many social media channels now. I spend all day trying to check them all. So you got something pressing, then just tell me on Facebook or email me, and I check those two the most. Twitter as well, maybe, yeah. I'm on Twitter a bit, so that's a good place to try. So yeah, what can you expect on this channel? Still weekly oracle card readings. Here and there I'll be posting little vlogs about crystals, because we love the crystals, we do. So if you're into crystals, definitely stay tuned, because there will be more stuff coming up there, definitely. I'm also going to be doing some more vlogging, because up till now I've done mainly blogging and just writing, which is my comfort zone is writing, because I also do content and copywriting, so I'm happy typing away. But I decided I've got to push out my comfort zone a little bit, so I'll be doing a few more vlogs as well. I've got some topics down here which I'm going to sort of cover in the next couple of weeks. Things like Saturn return, being I'm going to be 30 in a few months, so I've kind of done doing Saturn return. Interesting time, yeah. Other topics include asserting boundaries, very important. Dealing with fear, because got to kick his ass, right? So I'll be covering something with that. And then there's loads more topics I've got down here. I'm not going to read them all out because I actually have to write about them or speak about them first. But things like chakras as well, balancing chakras. So there's kind of something for everyone here if you're into that whole realm of, you know, self-worth, getting your power back, especially connecting with the divine feminine as well. That's another subject area. But if you're into Reiki and crystals and angel cards in general as well, there's something for you here too. In my life, imminently, I am moving house. If you've been following this channel for a while, you may have noticed I've already moved several times, but that was because I was renting a couple of places until I found a house to buy, and fingers crossed we've found somewhere to buy now. We are buying a house again, so providing it goes through, and I see no reason why it shouldn't, we hopefully trying to move in August. So once I do, I will be setting up a therapy room there, because there should be room for a while to set up a therapy room there. So, you know, if you're kind of in the South Lakes, Cumbria, Lancashire area, then I'm not too far away, so you can always come up and see me if you want. Also, I will, because I'll be having my own therapy room, I'll have kind of a better area to do my weekly angel card readings, which at the moment are kind of wedged against the side of my desk, so I'll probably have a bit of a nicer area to do those, probably look a bit nicer, which is good. And then I think that's pretty much about it for now. So you want to hear more about my story? Yes, get subscribed to my mailing list. Get subscribed anyway, because you get a free workbook, you know, and it's helpful to just get you back to centre and chill you out and reconnect with that inner calm. Otherwise, get reading the weekly angel card reading, see what's going on. And thanks for visiting my channel. See you soon.